clear Sita. Hey guys, welcome back to another Modbros video. In this video, this is sort of just going to be an update since we haven't really posted anything in a while or been very active, and also just to talk about, hey look, a clear Sita. So recently, Jet's, what was it, their May stay-at-home challenge for quarantine was who could take apart a Sita the fastest, and the top prize winner was their clear Sita, which they said was a one-of-one series, but I've been told recently that there are plenty of clear Sitas, but I will say I own the only clear Sita in the US. Whilst plenty of the crew at Jet and whatnot own clear Sitas, none of them are in the United States, so I'm the first. But yeah, so shout out to everyone that was in that competition and like all the other competitors for pushing me to go fast as heck and whatnot. Trying to be the fastest boy.
Did they tell you which time won? You got down to what, 7 seconds? But then
so I think
it was 11 seconds maybe the one that won.
No, we were sub 7 seconds.
Yeah,
Van and I. So
Van got down there too.
Yeah, Van with his like first post in came with like an 8-second thing, and it was like the last day, and I was like shit. So I quickly just like filmed a few. Shout out to Van James for pushing me to be the fastest guy in all the land. I have to watch their video. Also, shout out to Jet for getting this out really quickly. I got this the 3rd of July, which was like a month over when it ended. Which time is this? 6.545. Wow. So I finished with the fastest time of 6.45. Can't remember if was like my actual fastest or if my other ones got removed being dumb. Shout out to Gavin for having several road teams. Shout out to Jeremy for also winning an alpha kit. Another guy who won an alpha kit. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. The Sita, it's a really cool thing. I like it. I wish more of it was clear though, because honestly, if I take this apart, one of the things that I've read is that they made the clear upper so that the people that were working at Jet could like see the internals and whatnot. But this is just your base Sita S. This is exactly what you would get from buying a Sita from like Evike or from Jet. Then this is the main thing. Like even this, I should even remove the bolt sled and then this, because this is also just your bare bones alpha internals. This is really the only thing special about it. The pump handle is red, which is the first time that I've ever seen one this color. So the only real parts they made clear were the 2 upper halves, I'm not going to call it dart gate, but the barrel mount. It's the barrel attachment piece on a stock Retaliator Recon, but they made that clear, which, honestly,
Put it this way.
I should take that out and put it onto, like, a Retaliator. Oh, clear Recon! Clear Recon, yeah! No, clear Recon, that is orange. So if I get a clear Recon, I can put that in there and have even more clear.
Yeah.
And then this front muzzle piece is also clear, which is pretty cool. Honestly, it's kind of weird. There are some parts that are, like, frosted on the inside, so you can't actually see very much. And if you hold it at an angle, all the internal ribs like stack up, so it's not as clear as you would like. And specifically, the biggest problem is you can only really see like you can see the bolt sled moving, and you like can see the barrel. So I guess if you have like a really shiny barrel, not like the red Omega, that would be cool. I messaged Jet asking if they were still working on the Omega, and they left me on red, so whatever, I guess.
Shout out Jet.
Because I think that would be really cool to have a clear thing with the Omega internals, but I don't know. The biggest thing though is when you have a clear blaster, the coolest thing that is having clear is the plunger tube, and you can actually like see the spring compressing and the plunger when it fires. But the issue with this one is because of this giant sticker also blocking the way, the plunger rod is black inside of a black shell. So when it's moving around, as I'm like priming it through and I'm looking through the top here, I don't even see it moving at all, which is honestly kind of disappointing. And like they made the upper clear to see things, but honestly, a majority of the mechanism happens down the lower, so I don't know why they didn't make the lower clear, which is weird. But it's your standard alpha kit. It comes with a 10 kg spring. I now have a lower that will actually use Sita springs, so maybe I'll do some testing. And I recently found out that Turf has Sita, skinny Sita springs, so maybe that could be a cool thing to experiment with. I don't know. Still need to figure out exactly what I want to do with this. But yeah, so that was a fun part of quarantine and whatnot. But then now to go into sort of the updates,
are you gonna talk about how cracks go?
No, we don't need to talk about how things are cracked, or I didn't get the clear mag that it showed in the video, and I only got one dart, not 15. Also, I mean, I guess I can show you the one dart that I got was the sort of Pack D shaped dart. It's a little bit longer than what
speed darts.
They're called quick darts.
Quick darts.
By Jet. The head is a little bit like longer than what a Pack D looks like, but it's more the general like rounded shape than the spear type of an ACC. But yeah, so maybe be on the lookout to see me fiddling with true Sita internals. Speaking of Sita internals, we have a Sita S kit that I've posted about, and we made a video. I believe we released the video.
Mr. Nathan Sita went up a little while ago.
Like a review of the Sita S, or like the built one?
Both.
Okay, so yeah, we've already released a video of the Sita Simple kit. We're still kind of in the works with it because Mr. Nathan said he's been having some issues with it, so I'm gonna try and fix it. That might be another video. We've also just had a lot of printer issues, so we haven't been able to test things, and that's kind of why we haven't released anything recently. We have a lot of things that are like in the pipeline to be released, and like videos that we have filmed that just need editing and uploading. But the issue is we've just been having a lot of printer issues recently where they haven't been printing anything, and we didn't want to release a kit to the internet and then be like, thanks for ordering, but we can't make it yet. We recently got a new monoprice Mini Select V2, which seems to be pretty good so far. The only thing it's having really issues with is like threaded things. The GoPro cut off in the middle there. Tucker's gonna have to figure out that out in the edit. But what we were talking about is printing. We've been having a lot of issues printing recently, and so that's why we haven't released any new kits or haven't really been selling any HMIs. It's just because the printer's not really been working. We're having a lot of issues. We've recently gotten a new monoprice Select Mini V2, which is really great. It's working really well. The only thing it's having real issues with right now is printing threaded things, such as this one. The threads, it like stopped halfway through, and like.
No, it printed all the way. The bottom threads were shitty, so I had to break them off.
Okay, but the other ones after this one.
Yeah.
Have been fucked. So we're looking into solutions for that. From what we've seen, is there's something maybe wrong with the G code. We just need to resplice it. But so yeah, we're gonna keep moving with selling things, and we'll probably start posting more videos of stuff we'll be releasing. The Sita Simple kit is basically done and ready to go. I'm going to be taking another look at Mr. Nathan's Sita soon, since he said he's been having issues with it. I'm going to try and fix it and see if I can make any changes to the printed files, and then maybe I'll even throw a Sita Simple kit in this bad boy right here and see how it is. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about.
Didn't you have a second Sita kit you were working on?
Second Sita kit.
We had like a simple one, and then where it's Alpha Trooper. That's what it is.
Oh yeah. So as you guys know, we've posted about an Alpha Trooper kit a long time ago. It's still in the works.
It's like 90% of the way done.
90% of the way done. There's like a lot of little things that are just weird and not working. And so we sort of sat down and had a little talk about what exactly the target market for kits are, because a lot of the kits that we plan on releasing are like super ultra stock heavy, like going for the max FPS you can. But we didn't realize that's sort of a small subsidy of what Nerf truly is, and so we were thinking that we want to release multiple kits for a single blaster. We're going to probably start with the Alpha Trooper because the Alpha Trooper is one that I think is so predominantly like an HVZ blaster. And now like that maybe just because nobody really put the time and the effort to modify it to use it in super stock / like ultra stock kind of settings. And so we fully plan on having a kit that is going to be an ultra stock Alpha Trooper kit, but the issue is it's going to require a fair amount of shell work since it's going to be a complete internal overhaul with new pump assembly, new breech, and everything like that. Our other goal is we want to create a sort of HVZ / super stock Alpha Trooper kit where it's still going to be our like lipless plunger tube XPT design that we have in all of our other blasters, but our hope is to keep it to where you can just use the stock dart gate, the stock like priming bar, and the stock pump handle and all that to sort of reduce the amount of work that is needed to insert it. You just have to make room for the XPT, and everything else would most likely just drop in. That way, if you're running light springs, you don't need to do a whole bunch of internal rework to use new priming bars and all that. You can just run a light spring with the XPT, and it's gonna have a brass breech, but it's gonna be like a short barrel, run low springs, and our goal is to kind of get that like up to the 150 FPS mark. My hopes would be that we could somehow figure out a way to use the stock priming bar and still put in like a 12 kg worker spring and whatnot. That could be pretty dope. Maybe even get it up to 200 with that. But that's just what we're gonna see. We're looking for Alpha Troopers nearby. Been going thrifting, kind of yet to find one to just test with. But yeah, we're gonna be making it for more of the lower skilled modders, lower like FPS needed, because they're we were just thinking like the full overhaul internals, whilst good, and if you want to hit over 200 FPS with an Alpha Trooper, got you covered, perfect. But we also realize that a majority of nerfers don't play like that, and so we want to have an option that would require less work while still being able to get like what people would like to get, which is like 130, 150. And if we just reduce the number of parts that we have to make, not only can we get the kits out faster, but by doing that, we can also just make it a lot simpler for people to do. That's what sort of how the Sita Simple Kit came out, is just the Sita is a great platform to build off of, and we didn't want to make a ton of work for people. And so we were like, yeah, let's make something simple. And so we're going to probably start branching off more into like simple kit ideas.
The simple line.
Simple line.
The simple line.
The simple line, yeah, because if there's so many nerfers that play differently than we do, and so if you're one of those nerfers, let us know, and maybe even like slide in our DMs and we can talk about it. But we really don't play. We play in a very niche.
Yeah, we play indoors.
Yeah, we play indoors, so that's already. You guys are out here outside in the sun. We're inside.
Air conditioning.
So yeah.
We got fans.
We got fans set up, yeah. So we most definitely play differently than how other people do, and so if you have an idea for something that you think would be good for the community to have, let us know, please. Comment down below, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and whatnot, because we'd love to be able to just make more things that the community needs.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more videos. We'll hopefully start updating, uploading more.
We should be able to. I have a few things that I've been working on. I have I wish I had
a Sita LS.
No. So I have a few things I've been working on. Also, just Jacob technically made these, but he didn't say anything about them. We got a couple 3D printed Merlin barrels, just another rifling attachment for the community to have.
I completely forgot about these. These have been things that we've been testing with the new printer, and we're sort of filling with like print quality and everything. But basically, we wanted to replicate what people have to make with brass, which is like the Merlin barrel made by Chris Cartea. The brass version, if you make it properly, is really great, but it's kind of difficult to make properly. But if we can just 3D print them, they're great. These now Merlins are definitely don't take this the wrong way. Merlins are definitely a much higher class of things, the brass one, because you can make them very fine tuned to what you need. But these would definitely just be more of hey, you can throw this on whatever blaster you want. Because with an actual Merlin, you're gonna need to sort of like experiment, fiddle with like the length of it, the amount of turn and everything. This is sort of just, we're gonna have this one sort of size that from my Sita that I've been using, the one that I have has been really giving me really great shots. Even with like my BT27 spring in there, it's been hitting really straight. And honestly, if you use this length and incorporate it into like your true barrel length, there's no real FPS loss or anything, but you have really straight shots. And I'm like straight shots with like ACCs, which is great. We have a version that pops onto 70 and 30 seconds.
We got a version that threads onto jet barrels.
Threads onto jet barrels, so we'll have a bunch of options for that. If you have different other options that you would like, let us know. We can maybe start working on those. But yeah, I don't want to say like, making a Merlin out of brass is lame. Buy our printed ones, because if you have the skill and the time to make a brass one, it's gonna be a lot better. But if you are lazy, like me, and you don't want to have steady hands and like fine details like a little difficult for you, a good printed one can just pop on in the barrel and provide you with really good shots.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing for it. Is just Merlin's hard to make. Let's make it not hard.
So this should be going up on the Etsy soon. Once I can refine the details of the print, we're going to be calling them the Gandalf.
Yeah.
And I've also been working on a couple kits. They are all in different stages of being done. So I have a Knockout mag-fed kit that's going to be a drop-in version of the Knockout that I made. It's going to be different from the Meek Out. Yeah, it's just going to be like my Knockout that I made, but you can put it into a kit form. It's going to come with a mag well, different breech, dead space filler, / brass holder. I'm also refining the details of a Longshot HMI kit.
The Longshot kit that everyone's been asking for.
The Longshot kit that everyone's been asking for. I am working on it. It's very difficult because I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go about doing the bolt sled. Because I have one that's sort of like an HMI-esque bolt sled. I have one that is sort of closer to the Delta Trooper, which is just clip-on parts. I also have ideas for just using an HMI bolt sled, bolt carrier group, but that one might be for a later project. Along with the Longshot, trying to figure out long strike stuff. We have a Delta Trooper kit. We have, while I'm looking this up, we have a couple blaster / shells that we're working on. We're working on a Sita LS. It's going to be sort of like the Ace, if anyone remembers what that is, from Jet. It's going to be takedown Longshot, basically, which is going to be really cool once we can fine-tune all the details, make everything work really well. It's going to work with stock Longshot internals as well as a kit that we'll have for it. And we're like fresh into the world. We're working on basically what is like a Spamf, but it's going to have a bigger plunger tube. It's going to shoot for 200 plus. It's going to be takedown, mag fed for, I think we agreed on Talons.
Half length,
yeah, half lengths, and brass breech. It's going to be really cool. And I don't know if there's anything else I'm forgetting, but we're sort of coming back to life after the printer died and sort of killed productivity. Oh, I did forget a thing. I have a big bad bow kit I've designed to run off a sink drain.
Oh my god, yeah, that. Did you finish that?
Yeah, I have everything printed. I just need to start fitting shit in.
Oh, nice. I didn't know it.
Looks like the one thing I forgot.
That's a shout out and a half right there for people that like big bad bows.
People who like big bad bows or have ever considered them as an option.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned.
We got kit for you, big bad bow time, baby.
This is gonna be a micro shout out, but I'm very unhappy with this right now. It is a Sita LS. It's a Sita running off of Longshot internals. It's gonna be having a sink drain.
When we make my video of my Sita that runs off Longshot springs, that has to make a camera actually.
Oh, it's gonna.
Shout, hey, this thing sucks.
Yeah. Sneak peek, Jacob made one using dual strike stuff, and it was infinitely easier than what I've done.
Infinitely easier, exactly like I told you it would be.
No, you're like, oh, it'd be really cool to do that, but I'm gonna do this instead.
I said a dual strike would be much easier. Like, I don't think it's gonna be that much easier, and now mine is finished collecting dust, waiting to be filmed for video, and yours is sitting collecting dust as a paperweight.
In pieces. But yeah, if I ever, once I get the drive to finish it, I have all the parts I need. I do.
Once you maybe get a habit prior to restart. But yeah, so that'll be a video we can do of my dual strike Sita. It did not get as much attention as I thought it was going to be.
None of your Citas are getting a lot of attention. Jacob posted this on Reddit and has what, maybe 3 likes now?
Maybe. A lot of people on Facebook were interested in it. No, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Tucker. I don't think people care about Longshot parts. Don't care.
Well, no one cares about Rhett parts either, apparently.
Whoa, that's false, dude. People be posting about Citas, DZPs, probably all the time. I post a Sita with Longshot springs. Nobody gives a shit.
It's because Citas
cool,
it's because Citas and DZPs are all new. Longshots are old news, but if you can make it a new thing,
Longshot, hey, you are correct, my guy. Longshot, old news. I'm with you all
but
the
see,
way.
if you can make a new thing, like the Terminator took off. It was just bad that it was shitty. It was just bad that it was shitty. Terminator was very popular until people found out the price and its proprietariness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that. Speaking of proprietary, that is our hope with the. I don't even know what you're planning to call it. But basically, we're going to be making a takedown Longshot. We've been having a lot of conversation on it, whether, because if we make it for proprietary parts, we could totally fine tune it to be exactly like as premium as we want it to be, but then it would only run like our internals, which we don't think the community would like, and so we're going to try and make it to run purely to be able to work with like Longshot parts.
Yeah, Longshot parts, Longshot kits, but as well as I'm gonna say super stock, but it's probably gonna be more ultra stock kit for it.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna make a super stock Longshot kit. How about nobody cares?
Yeah, it's gonna be for that.
Super stock Longshot.
It's gonna be an ultra stock or ultra stock. It's gonna have a kit for it if we choose not to go proprietary, which we probably won't. Because I'm not usually a huge fan of proprietary things unless it's like actually essential to the function and existence of that blaster. Which the Terminator wasn't. It didn't need all those things.
It didn't. This video's gonna be chaos.
Good. Chaos is a great way to come back.
Shout out to people who sat through and watched all of this.
Yeah.
Our loyal subscribers who actually care.
You 3.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Oh, shit. You know what? I actually do have a shout out.
Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm assuming it's gonna be kind of a long video of just us sort of talking to the camera, talking about life, you know. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys like our channel and you like our videos and whatnot, and be sure to tune in for the next one. Also, we would like to shout out our Patreon because we finally have a supporter. I think it's in the description, guys. Thank you all for watching.
Etsy is down in the description as well. Go ahead and, if you want to, do all the things we told you to do throughout this video. And
yeah, comment all the things we asked you to comment.
Yeah, all of them. And we'll see you guys hopefully next week. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.